I'm hitting all those buttons. Good. Excuse me, let me do this, Christelle. Morning. No good involved in that one. What, Pi? What? Mike, okay, thanks.
Well, for me, it started with yet another ingot call. Someone awfully incompetent who doesn't know how their system works. What's up, Fluffer?
Okay, Pi, how's this? Still too loud? How's this? Is this too loud? Sounds like swallowing it. What the heck?
Still issues with the mic on the other side?
It's the only side that the mic goes on. How's this? Is this better?
Because now you've done that, you've gone really quiet in Discord.
Oh my god.
Hey, Discord.
Can't win.
Discord is one thing. Let me see if I can help. Pi, are you on Twitch or on Discord? I assume you're on Twitch.
Pi's only on Twitch.
Okay.
It's not on Discord yet.
Okay, now Discord, let me see what I can do about Discord.
No, I just put you up to 120 and that's fine for me. Oh, there's a PC maintenance with no patch notes. How lovely.
Yep.
It's the Phoenix Price Box update today.
Yeah, I know. It's a very good update. Very welcome.
Okay, how's this in Discord?
Sounds better now.
Fine by me.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I've had you up for 200 for a while now.
well, my mic got reset on my Microsoft settings to 0, so no one could hear me, but Chris told me about that, so I put that up to 100, but in Twitch, obviously, it was way too loud, so turn it back to 50, but that meant it was quieter here.
You can't win with the...
Yeah, really.
Always something. I know.
It is.
Whenever I set up something on my stream, it's like, oh, look, people can't hear me, and I was like, why did no one tell me? You can't hear me. Oh, they get it right, and no one talks because they didn't hear me back. So I was like, okay, it's just musical silence then.
Yeah, Pi, my gain in slobs, because I'm still in slobs, is at 13.1, which I haven't adjusted for a long time. And I'm happy to play with that. Maybe turn it down a bit. Okay, I can do that. Okay, now it's down to 11.1. How's that? Try 5? There's 5. Is that any better, Pi? Huh, okay. I'll leave it at 5.
We get any better?
Pi says it's better. Now you sound like the other guys. I hope I don't same level. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to sound like the other guys. Thank you very much. Hey,
Thanks, Mom.
So I had a bit of insomnia where I couldn't get back to sleep this morning, so I got up and was chatting with another person in game.
Priority clearance recognition, Alpha 1.
Oh, were you now?
Yes, I was. Thank you, Pi, for the sub. I appreciate that. The continuing sub of Pi-ness. And they were having an issue with getting the boxes from the Endeavors today. So would anybody be up for a Borg TFO?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at this really quick here. Oh, a couple of things. There is a keyring sale going on, and it ends roughly in 7 hours. There is going to be a dilithium week starting at as soon as the patch is done, and it will run until March the 5th. So we've got that going for a few days. Okay, this is a purple. So somebody was saying they're not getting the boxes from the Endeavor. So if this works out, I should get a purple box. I've got 11 now. Everybody remember, I've got 11. All right, let me send out some invitations. Joshua, you up for a little Borg pew pew?
I'm gonna test my purple endeavor, which is Herc Attendant.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the Gamma Quadrant with mission Home.
Yes, Pi, I did hear about Gene Hackman. For those of you who didn't hear, Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog were all found dead in their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico, last night. No
No
foul,
suspicions of
no foul play is suspected.
uh
For
CO2 poisoning, I think. There was
Yeah,
some
carbon
rumors about
monoxide,
that.
something like that.
Carbon monoxide or something like it. Yeah. He was 95.
He
For
was.
goodness sake, he
Yeah.
was like. I mean, he's been out of public eye anyway for
a
at
long
least
time,
a
yeah.
decade or something. Yeah. So. But like, she was like what?
64.
Something.
64.
65, 64. Yeah.
Yeah, 64. I just happened to see it. That's a
She was a
bummer.
pianist, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I
Classical pianist.
I was researching him after watching The Birdcage years ago, and I was like, "Ooh,
I
that's
love Gene Hackman
fascinating."
in that.
Oh, I love that film. I love how Robin Williams is completely overshadowed by Nathan Lane in that one.
From what I
Nathan
read,
and
they wanted
Frank Azaria.
Robin Williams to play the other role. They wanted the two to switch, and he was like, "No. Let
Nathan Lane is going to
do
that.
it." I think that was
a
an
good
excellent choice.
That was
Yeah.
a marvelous choice. I like a toned down Robin Williams sometimes. I like when he's a lead, but in this film, he's completely overshadowed by both Hank Azaria and Nathan Lane.
And it's perfect because of that. It's not three people
Yeah.
competing for that lead. It's the perfect
Yeah.
offset. So
He's just a perfect background character for them.
I'm not saying it was carbon monoxide, but that's really common. That's why most houses now have carbon monoxide detectors.
Yeah, maybe it was faulty. Maybe there was some sort of accidental situation. It's hard to say.
It happens, especially like Santa Fe, where you get temperature extremes. Who joined us there? It's a Taz.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome back, Taz. How are you feeling?
Yes.
I'd say you're quiet, but I've got you as loud as I can get you.
Oh, I've been a lot better.
Good.
That's good. You sound good.
Been playing Subnautica with Shade all morning.
I have friends who adore that game.
I like the building component of it. I do like that you can just build your base and like you have an underwater base, which is amazing. I love that concept.
Yeah,
and it sounds very repetitive and boring to me. But it's me.
The annoying bit has been there is no multiplayer for it, and we have gotten a community-created multiplayer patch, and it's really simple to set up. So we've been having a blast.
It's a funny thing that the game technically doesn't have a multiplayer mode, but it has a multiplayer component with a proper add-on on PC that allows you to play it with people. And I'm like, why was that not built into the game? Like, why?
I have no clue. The game is so much better in multiplayer compared to single player, because in single player you kind of lose the motivation. You're like, what am I doing now? Where am I going? And you're trying to figure out all this because there is no map in the game.
Yeah,
you're literally generating your own map in your head as you go along. So
it's kind of like real life in that sense, then.
The game is so close to real life in those aspects. It's kind of annoying at some points.
So true. Let me get, since you're not in game, I assume you're not in game, Taz. I didn't see you there.
I am in game.
Oh, you are? Would you like to join us for some Borg Pew Pew?
That's why I'm here.
Oh, awesome.
My goodness. Taz coming with us.
Well, at least if we do guillotine, we'll have a better result than last time.
Oh, God, don't remind me. I had trauma. I was kind of afraid of launch it ever since, you know.
Yeah.
I have defeat Vardvar ground, kinetic damage space, and Undyne ship's battle zone.
Well, we can definitely help you with
some of that.
Whatever it was in space. But do not ask me to make any sensitive
items. Undyne
God.
ships in in the battle zone. So let's just head over to Undyne.
Cliff, I sent you an invitation so we don't lose you like we did the other day. Hello, how are you doing, Cliff? So I'm mildly not happy at the moment because I want to paint my house, and I finally just sent them thing. I just want to paint it white. That's it. And they came back last night. Well, you can paint your house white, except the front door has to be this color. No. Everybody here has
How do they get to
horrible.
decide?
Because that's how it works with an HOA. Unfortunately, there's very few non-HOAs in this part of the state. So I'm not happy. I'm just like, just white. If you make me paint my front door a weird color, I'm going to put bushes in front of the front door so nobody can see it. And then I'm going to get a multicolored screen door.
That's
And
the way
FU.
to do it.
Yep. Oh, good for you, Cliff. I hope you get a new keyboard today, too. Shall we try guillotine since we got 4 people who know what they're doing this time with decent chips?
Yeah.
Good. Let's try guillotine. We are queued for guillotine. Weeboo?
You got a Weeble.
Good. So, for the most part, the HOA around here is pretty decent, but for some reason they decided to stick their peepees in everybody's business this month. It's like, just, come on, it's white. How can you say a white house is... It doesn't go with the aesthetic of the neighborhood. Oh, jeez. The aesthetic of... Because we want everything in soft and muted tones, and I wrote back going, it makes it look like everything's muddy, filthy, and falling apart. Is that the... Come on, what's the one house that looks gorgeous in the neighborhood? The one that got painted white before the HOA took over. It's gorgeous. It's just white. Nothing fancy. It's clean. The aesthetic's good. I'm almost tempted not to paint my door at all because I want to get a new door. When they built the house, for some reason, they have a brick wall next to the door, but the door opens where you have to reach to the handle on the same side as the brick wall. Meaning to let the dogs in, I have to figure out a way to open up the entire door and then the inner door without ripping my coat on the brick wall. Just put the handle on the other side. So that's on the list of things to get done.
Yep.
Gotta get a new
Your
door
list
anyway.
keeps on growing.
I could spend $100,000 on upgrading this house to what I think would make it a better house, but I'd never see my money back. I think. Maybe it would.
I mean, investing in a house is not exactly seeing the money back, but at least the house is improved, and
Well,
whenever
let's-
you want to sell it, those things are already done, so that kind of comes into value at some point.
Stop being logical, Chris. Stop making this all
I'm
sound
s-
reasonable.
I'm sorry. I'm a Vulcan. I'm almost Vulcan. I can't help myself. No, I'm sorry. I'm too emotional. I can't be Vulcan.
I'm so overwhelmed with things I want to do around the house, I can't do anything. What do they call that?
Don't worry. I can reason with people's problems. My problems will overgrow me and will suffocate me, and I will never reason with them.
But you got everybody
Even
else
though-
done.
Yep, I can help everyone else. I can't help myself. I'm helpless when it comes to my own issues.
Oh, yeah, I've just got all 3 Endeavour boxes.
You did.
Yeah, I got
Mhm.
one for mine. I didn't even notice I got
Okay.
it. Oh, because I was dealing anti-proton damage. But I wasn't dealing... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I was... Yeah, I know how I did anti-proton damage. I was wearing the Alliance pet on my ship as an experiment, and it feeds back with anti-proton damage.
Pie. Hush. Don't say that. Don't even think that. We got a Taz with us this time. We got 4 out of 5
Cat
players
is
for
with us.
sure who know what they're doing, so there.
We got a nice dread with us. It's gonna be good. Excuse me, stop tractoring me. I wanna fly. Goodbye. Battle simulator. Bam. Down, boy.
So I bit the bullet and started working on the ship build book last night.
Oh.
Because it's one of those things, if I don't start writing it, I'm never going to do it.
I asked you that before. Of course, you're not writing dialogue lines here, probably, so it's
No, I'm not writing dialogue lines here.
not directly here, but whenever you do,
Uh-huh.
do you speak them out loud? Let to hear them?
Want to do dialogue? No.
No?
No.
Because sometimes it's like, sounds good in your head, but when you say it out loud, it's like, no.
Yeah, my
Well, we're working.
ex-boss used to tell us to take our proposals and stuff and then run them. Don't say them out loud, but run them through, what is it? Like text-to-speech, and have them read back to you. For two reasons. One, you do get to hear how things sound weird, but more importantly, your brain will kind of bleep over mistakes and errors, but the text-to-speech doesn't. So when you do things like the, or the to, or to, duplicated words or minor glitches like that, you'll hear
No,
them,
it's more like,
and you won't see them.
It's more like I have an issue whenever it just sounds like people don't talk like that. It's that kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's...
whenever you say it out loud, it's just like, no, people don't say things like this. No, I need to rework that dialogue line or something like that.
One thing I find really
I know
interesting in dialogue is that a lot of times people write dialogues, but everybody uses the same vocabulary, intonation, speech patterns. Even when you're writing it, they should be different. People don't all speak the same.
Oh no, absolutely. I always try to maintain the personality of the speaker at the moment. Try to remember how they speak, and even when I say them out loud, it's kind of like I'm playing out themes out loud by just doing different voices with them.
Yep.
I found a problem with
helps me remember.
I found a problem with the Cheyenne class.
Okay.
Have you now?
Yup. It's a unique one.
Okay.
One of the weapon placements is not in alignment with the model.
That's interesting.
It's like about maybe 5 centimeters out from where the model is.
That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it only affects the Cheyenne class. It doesn't affect any... Oh, actually, it's Constellation, I think it is. Model, the effect. Because they're all on the same skeleton, aren't they? Let's be honest.
I see Chris and I have the same idea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. I'm not complaining.
I'm actually not very overpowered because I'm using the pulse phasers instead of the radiolithics, so they're a bit weaker. It's kind of weird because technically the pulse phasers used to be quite powerful. And
they still are. It's just radiolytics are more.
Well, radiolithics have increased weapon damage that compared to all the others. It's just like kind of OP.
How? Warp core breach as you passed by.
Die? I passed a few cold breaches.
I saw Taz come flying in, and then I saw Taz not flying in.
Wait, Tazzy, are you flying the Dreadnought?
He's flying the Acheron.
In the Dreadnought carrier?
No, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if that works, though.
I detonated the probe tubes too quickly. So they detonated in me.
They tend to do that, don't they? Okay, 5's handled.
You realize that your weapons fire at a distance, right?
No. That's not Taz's style. He likes to come in close and
stand
kill
right
things.
next to
Yep.
them.
I'm gonna go over and see if I can help Cliff here.
Like that.
Yeah, don't do that, Taz.
Do it again?
Yeah.
Christ almighty. I'm sorry, Q almighty. What the hell is wrong with you, Taz, today? You're out of form. No, actually, this is your former. That's another simulator bye-bye.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what's this crowd over here?
Yeah. Do you need help up there, Chris?
I mean, that's not technically my point, but I can definitely
Get up there. Let's just heal.
Oh shoot, number 5. Excuse me. Move over. I need to get there.
Come on, give me back my impulse. What that one do?
Destruction of a fleeing org assimilator is confirmed.
That's better, thanks, TS.
Ooh, I forgot to mention, there is a Dilithium week start, or maybe I did mention this. Dilithium week starts today at the patch. And goes till next Wednesday, I believe.
Target's shields have failed. Simulator has landed.
I'm trying to think if anything else is coming up this weekend. There's still some key rings, ring keys, those things on sale for another couple hours.
Why? There's no new box. I mean, there's still that box, but
Well, if you do the key rings, one, they're on sale, so keys are cheaper, but you also get a, what do you get with an upgrade?
the ultimate upgrade,
Ultimate
yeah.
upgrade, yeah.
I used to got a lot of those, but I'm staying off buying any keys right now.
Well, I had put the money aside to buy the keys, so I'm fine with it. I'm just buying one per account. Because I have a feeling as we start to upgrade these ships that I'm going to start burning through some keys.
The tactical cubes are the source of disruption. Destroy them both to stabilize the network.
Hey, you can fly right through these tactical cubes.
Like physically?
Yeah, I just flew through it as opposed to around it. It didn't bounce me or anything.
I forgot to put a physical aspect onto them. No, I can't fly through them. Are you
I just flew through it. No. Hut, 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 hut. Oh, it's Wolf Grey. Well, greetings, Wolf Grey and the Wolf Grey team. How's everybody doing? And a good morning to you all. We're here enjoying not spending half an hour on getting. Hello to you. Excuse my
Yeah,
voice.
definitely going faster than before.
Yeah. We had a warm and wet day yesterday, so I decided with it raining and not feeling great, I'm going to stay home from class last night. Which I don't regret doing, but my voice is paying for it. There we go. It's all
Did
dead.
you scream at a Pogo concert?
Pardon?
Did you scream at a Pogo concert? Is that
No.
the reason why your voice is not right?
No, I was sitting outside because it was kind of warm and
Oh.
letting the dogs romp around the backyard and dust and pollen and stuff. It's all beginning. Spring's on its way. And you can hear how hoarse I am this morning.
Funny, I just finished the TFO as you just finished yours.
Okay, so that says...
We have. I did receive an Endeavour package, so the boxes are still being assigned. Maybe someone just had a free space somewhere between their inventory and they got lost among the stuff.
Thank you very much, Wolf Grey. I appreciate you coming by with the raid. We love having you here. Let's see if I got the box. I did get the box, okay. So, but what's interesting is... let's
Same
see,
here.
Jet Fleet. Just running through everything. In the systems alert, it doesn't say anything that I got it. Normally you see that you got it. It didn't come in there. But in my boxes, it's definitely there. Interesting. We blew up stuff. Yay!
Blowing up stuff is always good.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. That and Space Barbie. 2 games. Alright, so I definitely got it. I got the box. So, for that person out there, you know who you are, who's having problems. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get the mission alert that I got the box, but I got the box.
I haven't seen or heard anything, so I don't know.
So,
Maybe it just. I sometimes just like I didn't get a box, and then it just sits in the middle of my inventory because I had one hole of empty space because I deleted something.
oh,
And it was
I
sitting there
never
all
make
this time.
mistakes like that.
No, you wouldn't, would you now?
Never. Let's see.
So there's going to be low buy sale once that. No, not low buy. Phoenix box sale. Not sale,
there
but like
will
new stuff
be,
coming
but
in.
the question is when. Did I not get yellow?
God damn it, it says Squad War ground, not what ground.
You don't have to
Ew.
do them, you know. There's
You
no
don't.
requirement that you have to do it. CPI, it didn't take 20 or 30 minutes, so it took a fair amount of time. Not my
No,
best
no
ship
longer
out
than
there.
it should take, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through where we can just get that thing done. Probably would have done faster if it didn't have so many torps on there, but that's probably because I had a kinetic damage left over from something else. Well, that was fun. What else do we have to do?
I have to do 30 heralds.
I have to do herald ships too. That's perfect. What would you like to
Perfect
do?
alignment. Whichever.
Well,
think
Taz is
the-
here. Knowing Taz, he's going to want to do Herald Sphere. Taz, you going to join us for Herald Sphere?
Yeah.
Herald Sphere it is. We are queued for Herald Sphere. That's amazing. Not that I need the endeavors on this account, but stuff. It's stuff. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Indeed.
And Patchouli is next to us. Good morning, Patchouli. So I know that our new community manager communicates via Blue Sky, but I still don't have Blue Sky as like a default to pop up and tell me when things are happening.
Yeah, that's her preferred platform.
By the power of Wee Woo. Good one, Cliff. Good one, Cliff. So, no show tonight. I'm off to see a new Gundam movie. And tomorrow I'm out of town.
Then you what?
I'm going away tomorrow. I'm running away tomorrow.
No, the new what movie?
Gundam. Mobile Suit Gundam.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Gundam?
I don't think so.
Really?
Rings no bells to me.
It's an anime?
Didn't Gundam come from...
Oh yeah, I hate anime, so I
Oh,
would
okay.
straight away from its existence.
Well, that would explain it.
I mean, it's maybe not less hate. It's just I don't like the aesthetics of the character
Yeah, it
style.
definitely is all about the aesthetics.
I know that they write really great stories, and I have huge admiration for whoever's working on scripts, even though sometimes they're really like bizarre and all that.
Yeah.
but,
No,
I
you
just
think?
I just can't stand the aesthetics of character design in anime.
Well, that's
There's
legit.
oversized eyes, there's microscopic noses and
It's-
mouths.
It's
The
called
transparent, the forehead hair that is transparent for the eyes and nothing else. It's like no, just can't. Sorry.
Nothing wrong with that. It's a thing. But Gundam is basically giant mech suits.
Well, that's been on the agenda. I think I liked one. I think it's an anime. It's from like the 70s, I think. Which was the only one I really liked that I watched as a kid, and I still had no idea that this is full-blown anime because it had a slightly different style. The people were a bit more realistic there.
Which one?
It was called General Daimos.
I don't know
They're
that one.
popular these days, but I think the story itself is still one of the most ambitious things. It's very interesting because it had very emphasis on romance aspect, but it was so tasteful. The drama between the characters was so well written that it didn't feel tired or boring. It was about it was a planet Bomb, I think was the name of it, where winged humanoids. So it looked like humans with wings, like angel wings. Lived peacefully and they happily ever after until someone sent a signal towards their sun, which set it unstable, and it blew up their planet. It was an honest mistake, but it caused some sort of. I mean, I'm not sure if it blew up their planet, but it generally just made it uninhabitable, so they had to flee. They lived on space stations instead, and well, some have actually seen it as an act of war. Some wanted to like initiate war with humans, but they had a very fair leader, and they came here looking for like opportunity to maybe like, oh, maybe we could live here a little bit, just like a piece of land, you know. But the negotiations were cut short when someone framed the scientist who actually was behind this thingy that blew up their planet as a murderer of the leader of those bomb people, and this initiated a huge war against them, and they were bringing huge mechs.
Any excuse to bring in the mechs.
Yeah, well, that was the excuse for them to bring the mechs. It was just a huge attempt to annihilate humanity and punish us and just take over the Earth and just live here. And we had a defensive. I think he was like a master in like martial arts. He was very young man, but he was a very good well, young man. He was in like mid-20s, I think. But he was like great with martial arts, and he was chosen to be the operator of the Defense Earth mech called Daimos. It was a transformer thing because it started off as a big truck that looks like, you know, just transport trucks, and it during its run towards defensive from its hidden base, it transformed into a huge robot. It was really cool for the 70s, and even though the animation style was a bit archaic, it still was mind-blowingly well done.
Sometimes the animation from the 60s, 70s, and even 80s before they went to so much computer generated was great.
Yeah, but it still has that old hand-drawn style, you know, something
I'm
that
sure
is missing from today's anime that is so digitally enhanced and clean and clear, and there's not a chance for it to be like a little bit sloppy, sometimes a little bit hand-drawn, not imperfect, but it just made it more human. There was a drama because I think it was like the general that took over the effort after their leader, the king, dies. And his sister was in the effort of like, she was very peace-oriented, and she wanted to speak on behalf of their people as a peaceful envoy, but she was working in like, I think she was a princess technically, but she was like a medical staff, and she gets blown into through an airlock and ends up in the ocean and is washed out, and she loses her memory. And she's picked up by the people who are actually running the Daimos project, and she falls in love with the main protagonist before she realizes who she is, and then she discovers she's got wings, so she's literally not a human, and because they could hide their wings completely. And the dynamic between them, when she realizes who she is, and the protagonist doesn't actually realize that, it's until it's a little bit too late. The series was really well written. The drama, the tension between the characters, the realization, it all was really well done. I still have huge nostalgia. That's why I was watching this when I was maybe 7, and I'm 30 years later, and I'm still remembering the story so well because it really made a huge impact on me. The music was wonderful, even the opening theme and the closing theme, and think there's still some stuff on YouTube.
Okay, so anime music can be phenomenal. Razafon is
Oh.
the opening theme from Razafon is still one of my favorites. And related though gets into some gaming music like Zone of the Enders. Amazing music. They even do concerts sometimes.
Well, the theme I said that was a theme for me for today. I posted a YouTube clip in the beginning of the chat.
Yes,
That's my theme for today, and it's from a video game I've never played, but I heard it on someone else's stream, and I was like, "What the hell is this? This is beautiful." And I fell in love with that tune ever since. And I love video game music so much because sometimes it can be as, or even not if that more powerful than film music, because sometimes it just invokes those emotions that you won't get for a film character you've known for like 2 hours, but you will if you played like for the 16 hours with a character from a video game, because you just get to know them better. And the music plays at the right moment. It's just can really derail you emotionally, but it's
Well
sometimes just
crafted
a
music,
thing.
whether it's for a game, TV, film, whatever.
Or
Has a-
standalone.
Yeah, for anything, it has a huge effect on people.
Yep.
But what I find a lot of times is that music is like the last thing people are thinking of when they put something together. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Yeah, here's some music I can buy online.
I mean, yeah, it does sometimes happen. But like that's why I have huge admiration for people who crafted music for video games, or like for movies, because they elevated the film from being something completely average, or like something that would just be forgettable, to something that is very unforgettable, because it just elevates the scene. It works with something that happens. I remember, like, it's gonna sound stupid, but like my only movie I can tolerate of Tom Cruise is Mission Impossible 2 because of the music. I know, I detest the guy. I don't like these films because they're cliche and they're very repetitive. You know,
And they have Tom Cruise in them, so.
And they have Tom Cruise, which
Sorry, don't like Tom Cruise.
I don't like him either. But this is the only film I can watch with him involved. It was still way before he was so much invested in Scientology, I think. Because it was 2001, 2002. But the music, Hans Zimmer, of course. But like the music there was just like, God, he was again. That was around the time of Gladiator period when he was working with Lisa Gerrard a lot of times, and she pulled off a tune with her voice, and she does vocalizations more than anything.
I remember you've mentioned her before.
Yeah, and because the Gladiator thing was recently out, and while she wasn't in it, and I'm pretty sure that if she was part of the music, I don't know who made the soundtrack for the new one, but I don't think Timon was involved. Yeah, like whatever he does, it just elevates the film. Sometimes it might be a mediocre film, but when he pulls on the tunes, he pulls on the chords, it's just gonna work. It's just gonna make it work.
Let's see if I can actually get through the gateway before Taz kills everything.
Yeah, I got in, but I'm still not sure. I don't know. We actually got pretty close at the same time. Yeah. Cutscene. And I didn't even get.
At least I got to shoot it once.
No, I didn't get to shoot. I was too far.
Well, you can't win them all.
No, I'm not bothered. I did my endeavor.
Oh, apparently this is the first time I've done this one. Sweet.
Wait, you got accolades for that?
Yeah, disabling the Herald Sphere.
Okay.
I don't think
I've never run this particular TFO one.
This too doesn't do a ton of TFOs, but I wanted to test her out on something. Oh, got some toys out of it. Yay! Cliff, Taz, you guys have any endeavors you want to handle?
I have one with Tetrion, but
Tetrion ground or Tetrion space?
Space, but I just need the targets.
Yeah.
That. I can do
Go
that
throw
with
your
patrol,
Tetrion
but-
stuff on there and we can go do shooties.
I'm game. Just give me targets and I'll
Just
be
waiting on everybody else if they've got stuff to do. Joshua got quiet again, probably off doing everything on his own.
No, you didn't notice me in that last TFO, so...
Was that you in the last TFO?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wow.
I saw the last person come in. I just didn't realize it was you. Well, that would explain why between you, Taz, and Chris it went so well.
No,
Not-
I was on Colin.
yeah, I saw
was in
Colin
the-
come in.
Yeah, I was on the TMP Conning.
Cliff
I
wants
need
to do.
Terran ships.
You need Terran ships. Cliff wants to do twin tribulations. No. No. Just no.
No, I would love to do that. But
Really?
Nah.
I didn't think
I
so.
mean, I like it. It's just that it's very hard to actually get people into it because it needs 10 people.
Oh.
So when you queue for it and it's not the Endeavor time, you just don't get it. I remember I was grinding for those engines,
Mm-hmm.
and you need those pieces, those whatever it is, and it just takes forever to actually queue that thing.
If you're going to run twin tribulations or any of those that require 10, the best time to do it is the evening that they drop. So if it dropped, what was it, yesterday was Wednesday? So probably last night would have been the prime time to do it because more people are on. And as the day progresses, fewer and fewer people do it.
Well, I
and
was
the ones
playing
that are,
something else
Yeah.
last night, so I missed it.
and the ones who are doing it tend to be like me, a little bit less. Oh, you don't know what it is? Okay, Twin Tribulations is one of the competitive arcs where there's 2 teams of 5, a red team and a blue team, and you go through
Race.
like a starship
Kind of-
or something, and you're given a series of tasks like pull the keys down, and so 3 of you dedicate yourself to that, while the 4th and 5th person have to go shoot everybody. You have to stay in the box. Everybody has to stay in the box and shoot things. You just have Swarm, which is just shoot things. You have the one where you have to find the matching color thing and take it back to the box. And everybody has to cooperate to make it work. So that's why doing it in a
Yep.
pug bites. Because invariably, we'll have 4 of us who know what we're doing. We get all the way through it. We're winning. Get to the end, and the last person isn't there.
Hey, Musen.
It's Musin. Good morning, Musin. And they're still
Musin
way
with a
back at the
different
beginning,
sound.
not realizing you'll lose if everybody doesn't get through to the end. And then you just wait for the other team to win it instead. So,
Now I know what it reminds me of.
hmm.
Sorry, I was just flying next to the new ESD and I realized that those lights
Yeah.
remind me of gas stove.
Guess so. Joshua, do you want to help us?
Near the fire? The fire and the gas stove, those little burners, they have
Yes.
this.
Okay, now
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna have to-
wait, how did I not see that before?
First of all, Joshua, do you want to join us for killing some Terrans? Is that it, Taz? We have to go kill Terrans?
You have it in
Yep.
Battle Zone though.
Oh, is it in the battle zone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That actually reminded me. If
I can
ESD
go to
looked
battle zone.
Like,
I'll go to
A
the battle
gas
zone too, but I'm
stove?
not going to enjoy it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mason.
Oh, we're sorry, Mom.
my mom had a little gas stove scare.
Oh.
She has one with like an oven and everything, but the thing
Yeah.
is electrical. So I turn it on to make pizza,
Yeah.
and I sit down waiting for the thing to heat up.
Yeah.
We thought it had heated up. In fact, it had no more power.
So
at
you're
that
just
point, with all the lights in the house on and nothing else not working, I was convinced that thing was broken.
Jolan Trill, our scouts.
Turns out
Okay.
the fuse,
sure.
but everything else in the kitchen is on a different group.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's a big power draw. If you wish to join us in the Terran Battle Zone, Cliff, to go to the Terran Battle Zone, you have a couple of options. There's a shortcut by using the episode Spoils of War from the Cardassian Struggle. So if you select that mission and use that shortcut, it'll bring you here. Other than that, you can go to DS9 and go to the northwest, or you can go to Defera and get out of there. Yeah, Skeptic Taco Batman, we did read that, but no foul play is suspected, so my first thought went to faulty heater, carbon monoxide, something like that. Hopefully it's something that innocuous, but an excellent reminder to
Holy smokes,
Check that
there's a
stuff.
big ISR on.
what's an ISR?
What?
What's an ISR?
I mean, Eye of Sauron.
Oh, Eye of Sauron. Sorry, I thought I heard ISR. It looks like we're going up to the 12 o'clock position.
Oh, and someone
Hold on.
brought the... Wait, you all done now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
But
friggin' kidding me?
But we're
We
here,
just came
Taz.
here.
We just got here to help you because we know with the ship like yours where it's underpowered, sometimes you need assistance. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Taz.
I think we should torture him by doing counterpoint advanced.
That's torturing Mom, not Taz.
Yeah. Taz will just sit there and shoot things. Taz just
No, he'll die like 1,000 times because of feedback pulse.
Yeah, he's figured it out.
Nah.
Well, pick something to do, and I will queue us up for it. Got about 15 minutes left here.
Resistance to Starbase 1
You got it. Resistance to Starbase 1, it is.
in a TMP conning.
Resistance.
You know I can't keep up with you at this point.
Weeboo?
Wee-woo.
Weeboo.
Someone just read my bio and is complimenting me for writing
that's
a
nice.
very long and compelling one. And I'm
Somebody-
like, yeah, but I would love to do that for ships. Ships need bios too.
Somebody
Don't
sent
care
me
about my
a
bridge officer.
lovely thank you for my bio, and I responded with, I don't have a bio. I think you clicked the wrong person.
Borg are using reality vortices to attack those.
You don't have a bio.
On most of my tunes, no, I don't have a bio.
You'll lick
See?
that paw one more time and I will chop your
Look at
right
that.
paw off.
I don't even have a name on this person. I don't even have a title for her.
Wow, totally neglected.
Yeah, I know.
Here they come.
Glad they didn't have personalities.
She has a personality. I think.
Can't tell.
I wrote a nice detailed bio on one tune, and now with 50 some tunes, it's just like, yeah.
Well, I made it easy for myself. I don't care about the others.
The ad break is finishing now. Yay!
Announce the anniversary. It's March already. Almost. I'm sick and tired sitting on my money, not knowing if I'm going to pay for it when I want to buy something else.
Yeah, there is that. That's why I'm
They
only
want
buying
money,
one
but they-
keys per.
I know what they're doing. They're moving it away from that fiasco of loadouts. They want us to forget it. They want,
Yeah, make sure
us to buy it.
I would prefer if they delay it till it's workable and fine and all that stuff, and unlike most of the releases where there's at least a bug, if not multiple bugs.
I see you think it's buggy, that's why they're delaying it.
Yep.
But they always release something buggy. It's tradition now. It's like
That's okay. That's a
not
good
burning
tradition
the
to
turkey
break.
on Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. It's like you gotta fail at something.
No, you don't. You can try to be good at everything. Oh, that was effective.
Well, they can try, but it's about not succeeding, about being effective. That's the tradition here. Andy, this ship is massive and you're flying it like an escort. Come on! Too far! Oh yeah,
Hey.
keep zooming around me, yeah. Taunted him in my face. Jesus. Oh, hello, lovely Connie.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
asking him
Kanye is still big.
which engines he had put on that when he was zipping around yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, is it competitive?
Yes, it's the competitive engines.
Of course it is. I have the awfully ugly trail that I hate. You can't disable that, can you?
Well, I put it on purpose so I can take it off if I want.
So the trail isn't part of the engines. It's just a cosmetic.
I'm using the Aegis set for visuals.
Wow. That's an eyeful. That's an eye burner.
Yeah.
Imagine Kirk's
understand.
Enterprise.
Sorry.
Imagine Kirk's Enterprise facing a Borg sphere.
Well, that would be an interesting take.
Brief. It would be
Did you
interesting,
hear
but
the
brief.
rumor, like more like Shatner saying that he's been approached by a writer about returning to Trek?
I kind of heard it the other way around, that he's approached them about doing a Kirk-based series.
Oh, so he's turning that around.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on
Shocking.
who's writing
Pretty
that
odd.
article.
Well, I heard that he says he's been approached, and I'm like, yeah, right. Like anyone wants you back on track.
Okay, so the one they did, the AI one with Kirk and Spock, was really good. But I can't imagine that they could do that,
That wasn't
as a
AI.
series. It was
You
usually...
mean the
they had to...
the Autoy thing, right?
Yeah. No, they used some
That
AI in
wasn't
there to
AI.
make it work.
They could, but they didn't. I think they used archived footage.
Well, they did.
And they
but
overlaid it on the actor.
I heard they
was
overlaid
archived
not all AI, but they used it to get some of the...
Some of it, but it's not full, and the
not
AI
full.
was learning strict. If there was use, it was still like trying to like cut out pieces of the original footage that they had from the archive stuff.
You know, AI is not inherently a bad thing if you use it for a
No, but
purpose.
it wasn't like they do like they do the AI fake face thing that
Yeah, no.
you know, they can make I don't know Barack Obama say something, which
Yeah, no, but-
whatever. This was like it was so much work put into it to look authentic that it's just
I have an
AI is a very
acquaintance
small
who uses
component.
AI to create, not photorealistic, but he's looking to create the image of a photograph from a certain period of time, like 100 years ago, where you're looking at, you know, kind of yellowy sepia tones because of the way they were printed back then.
To recreate the authentic colors.
Yeah. And also some of the ways that the images aren't entirely clear, they're a little blurry and to some extent, because of the long times people would have to sit there to get the image to process. You know, in that case, it's no less a tool than a paintbrush or paint is, because how
Yeah.
it comes out is totally in his hands. And he
That
wants a certain
depends how you
aesthetic.
use it, but
Yeah.
the generative AI that learns of everyone else's work to just
Okay.
generate
Yeah, so
random
AI
stuff.
in and of itself, not a horrible thing.
That
Generative,
is cancer and should be banned. Like, if it's a tool, but not just a creating method in itself, then I'm fine with it. As long as it's basing itself of something and it's not used for the sake of using it just to cut shortcuts. Like you said, if it's a paintbrush tool, it's like, if it's just halfway to like simplify the process but not doing everything for you, then I'm fine with that kind of stuff, because I know that it can do stuff more efficiently in that regard. But the way it's been used over the last few years, it's grossly just
It's
to
a work in
replace
progress, to
human
say the
factor
least.
entirely.
Well, there's already studies proving that it's causing people's thinking muscle to atrophy.
I'm going to say not mine, but I do enjoy some of the stuff that comes out with it. People who
But
can use it to have fun.
Bob,
Yes.
you were taught to do all your calculations without a calculator, correct?
Duh.
Well, when I was about 20, 22 years old, the kids in school where I used to go were suddenly allowed to start using calculators.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in like what, 20 years from now,
Uh-huh.
generative AI is going to do almost all the heavy lifting for the human brain.
Yep.
Could be if we survive that long. You know, there's that part.
There's already studies showing that people who are using generative AI for their work are starting to dumb down. Like
I
a
don't
lawyer.
disagree with that at all. The thing is, when
Oh,
that
You need
starts,
AI to figure that one out.
when people
using
start to
muscle,
use
it's
generative
really-
AI
really-
as opposed to thinking, they forget how to think.
Yeah.
So you use a calculator instead of being able to do it in your head or do it on a piece of paper. You lose the understanding of why something works.
Yep. Because
And that's an
people will
issue.
just,
Well, there's already
Something
been
for themselves.
a lawsuit that will have to be dismissed because the lawyer used generative AI to
Oh, yeah.
come up with reasons and
Yeah,
examples.
yeah. I
That
actually
was
have been following one of those cases.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that's awful.
So what?
I haven't heard about that.
It happens.
And that's just proof that people stop using their brains as soon as the computer does the thinking for them. He
Exactly.
didn't even remember to go over what the AI did to see if it did it correctly.
And that's the case that happened. This guy used AI to generate something, at least the one I'm following, and didn't bother to go back and
All 3 bases
check it
report
for
back.
anything. So the AI couldn't find the information. Well, that's interesting. Did you guys who were in the
Information
Terran battle
came up
zone
with
come back and get the
Sensors reading a
Yep.
large
Got
Oh
the
wow,
information.
that's interesting. Came back and got the elite marks on that. So he didn't check it. So the cases that the AI was citing weren't real cases. It had made them up. And the judge was reviewing the document that was hearing about, going, I can't find these cases in case law. Can you provide the citations? And the lawyer is like, what? He goes, well, you cited them. And he finally had to fess up that he used AI and hadn't bothered to go back and fact check it. Now, a lot of lawyers, I won't even say a lot, some lawyers will use AI to generate, let's say, the outline. Looking at case studies, blah, 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 give me an outline, and then they can work from that. And I'm going to tell you that using an AI to generate an outline can sometimes just give you a better structure to it, but you still have to go in and do all the work yourself and come up with what facts go here and what goes there and how does this go together and what's the case law, or in my case, what's the patent law that's behind this or not behind it, blah, 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 blah.
You need to treat generative AI like a student, and you're the one teaching it.
Yeah.
And that means that your thinking has to, basically exceed that of AI copy pasting information.
Yeah, it is a tool, but it's like a power saw. You can put a power saw next to a piece of wood, but it's not going to make a deck on its own.
Nope.
No, that's still your job.
Yep.
That's the problem if people don't want it to make a deck, is they wanted to build an entire house.
I would prefer if it comes over and builds itself for me. That would make my life a lot easier, but and I'm sure as heck
That's
not
how
doing it.
works.
I'm
That's
smart
not
enough to
very
know
fair.
I'm not capable.
I think we were on about the same case, though.
Yeah. Oh, were we? Okay.
Yeah, I think so, because it's currently something I've been watching a video or two about, too. But mine was brought up in the context of how generative AI atrophies the brain. And it stops people from being creative and from exercising their
Oh yeah.
their muscle, basically.
Yes.
That shows everywhere. Like today, people I see that even in video game industry, because for instance, I'm a huge classic Tomb Raider fan. Those games came out in the mid-90s, and they were made in a certain way that made you think. You had to work your way out of a problem. Today, new people, when they play them, how did people figure it out? I don't know. This is too random. New people coming playing remastered, they're trying to figure out what to do, when to do it, and they have helpers. Today they have helpers because they've added for the remasters an interactive button that shows you that you can interact with something. In which way it's not explained, but you at least know that there's a nudge. And back in the day, there was nothing. And like modern people talk with modern games where they almost play themselves for you.
Yeah.
People was like, but how do I do this? It wasn't obvious to me. And I'm like,
So
well,
many
back
old
in the day, we
games-
were taught to use a brain and figure out a way out of a problem.
So many old games have secret areas that modern players will just not access because
Yeah.
there's no signs telling them to go there.
Yeah, there's not a neon sign like hit here to open the secret door. Like,
Yeah, no, I preferred when there was secret hidden stuff. It's a little too much. Go here next. To the extent that I'm getting used to it, so when I go back to play old ones and I don't know where the door is because they didn't go back and retrofit things, it's like, shoot,
Yeah.
I have to actually use my brain. Gosh darn it. Speaking of
I
using my
like
brain, though,
to-
I do need to get out of here because today, tomorrow, and Saturday, through Saturday afternoon are busy. I might be on Saturday evening, though.
all right.
Okay, so on behalf of Moopsy in the Morning, for the next couple of days, we will be out of here and not be here on the evenings till maybe Saturday night. I'm hemming and hawing whether I'm going to spend Saturday night with a bottle of champagne and Deadpool and Wolverine or a bottle of champagne and you guys. So it's one of the two.
That's good.
We're going to do something.
Mm,
Okay, it's not champagne. It's pretend champagne. Real alcohol, though.
Oh, I was more like, we could all watch Deadpool.
We could all watch Deadpool and Wolverine. That would be fine. Can't share it on a stream, though, but we could all watch it. It's good. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful couple of days. I will either see you on Saturday night or Sunday morning. Take care of yourselves, and I will be in-game throughout the day. They do have a patch coming up, though, from, well, starting in about 3 hours. And we do have Dilithium Week starting as soon as that's out. So I will update the message of the day for everybody. Everyone take care of yourself, and as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
Um,
Shun the non-believer. Shun the non-believer. Yeah.